Hey, it's Shaun from Open Pedrico, and this is the Prep List, your Monday mindset reset to help you run a smarter, calmer, and more profitable venue. Now, today's episode is our final one of 2025. We want to wrap up this season by looking at the biggest lessons hospitality taught us over the last 12 months. What's changed, what's mattered, and what will set you up stronger for 2026. Now, this isn't a list of cliches or feel-good reflections. It's the stuff we've been working across dozens of venues, teams, and operators for this year. It's the stuff that's actually moved the needle. So let's get into it. Lesson 1. Clarity beats speed. The biggest pattern change we've seen this year, it's operators who've slowed down to get clarity on things like concept, numbers, people, and their execution. They are the ones who have been outperforming and been able to push harder. The venues who pause long enough to ask questions like, is our concept still the right concept for this location? Do people understand why we exist? Are we spread too thin? And what is the actual story we're trying to tell? Those operators made smarter decisions, fewer mistakes, better hires, cleaner menus, and the ones who rushed, they ended up redoing work or fighting the same fires every single week. Clarity isn't the opposite of growth. Clarity is growth. And the operators who embraced it early are the ones with real momentum heading to 2026. Lesson 2. Systems are no longer optional. This year proves something we've been saying for a long time. If your venue relies on memory and goodwill instead of systems, it will eventually break. We saw this in 2025 with our clients that we work with just at the start. Things like rostering, stock control, brand execution, staff onboarding, and most importantly, challenges with cash flow. The biggest wins came from venues who systemized their basics, not with fancy AI or expensive software, but with simple operational discipline. A great example was a brand that we've talked about that we've worked with before, Ember, here in Adelaide. We ran a pantry review with one of their venues, and the biggest impact didn't come from a dramatic change. It came from tightening systems around ordering, workflow, and their staff structure. Small shifts, big clarity, cleaner operations. The same story with a brand called To Be Frank, who we worked with in 2025. They're out of Melbourne. When they moved into their second bakery in the middle of the year, they didn't just wing it. They got their systems right first, because scaling without systems is just chaos with a bigger price tag. 2026 will reward operators who build systems before they need them, not afterwards. Lesson 3. The market rewarded operators who cut wisely. Cost pressures hit everyone this year, and I feel we've been saying that for many years. But the venues who came out on top weren't cutting everything, they were just cutting the right things. We consistently saw 3 smart behaviors. Number 1, cutting menu items that never truly paid their way. Smaller menus with stronger identity performed better across all categories, from cafes to pubs to bakeries. And that will not change. Number 2, cutting back on trading hours that didn't make financial sense. More operators were brave enough to reduce days or sessions that weren't profitable. They didn't apologize for it, they communicated it clearly and built consistency. And number 3, cutting complexity. Less noise, fewer exceptions, tighter workflow. This wasn't cost cutting from fear, it was pruning for growth, and it worked. Lesson 4, recruitment isn't changing fast. The recruitment market moved again this year. In our business, we saw fewer applicants, but stronger intent. We saw a shift really here. Candidates were prioritizing stability, training, and leadership more than money. Most of the conversations I had in 2025 with new candidates was, will I be promoted? Do I get that opportunity in this brand? Not, can I get another $5,000? Venues that invested in better onboarding, clearer expectations, they had stronger job ads and development pathways. Well, they just won better people, even if their pay wasn't the highest. Trust me, we've recruited with many, many brands this year, and this is consistent. So this really tells us something important. People don't just want a job. They want a home. They want somewhere to belong. And the venues that understood this are the ones walking into 2026 with better and more stable teams. Your team question for this week. To wrap up the year, here's a powerful one for your final team meeting. What's one thing we should not carry into 2026? Let your team answer you honestly. Think about things like job roles, processes in the group, menu items, habits, communication issues, or clunky tools. It's the single fastest way to reset a team's mindset, and the answers from your team will surprise you. And that's your prep list for this week, and that's the end of this season of the prep list as well. If this podcast has helped you think clearer this year, the best thing you could do is share it with someone else in hospitality who's trying to build something great as well. If you want sharper systems heading into 2026, we've opened up pantry reviews to do before the end of 2025, so you can walk into 2026 with clarity. We're also taking recruitment roles for early next year as well, so reach out early if you want to attract the right people. Links are in the show notes for this podcast. And if you want deeper conversations and longer form insights from operators doing great work, our other podcast, The Ingredients, has 4 episodes already live and 4 more arriving around Christmas and New Year. The link to the Ingredients podcast is in the show notes of this podcast as well, so make sure you follow it so you can get the new episodes straight to your phone. Thanks for being here. It really means a lot to us. Diane, Charlotte, and I wish you and your loved ones and your teams a happy and healthy holiday season and an impactful start to 2026. See you in the new year for a bigger and even better prep list. Take care.